I want to try to make it so both of our screens are somewhat visible. I think it's going to be harder to make yours like really visible. But I can make you really visible and my screen pretty... God, it's so close to being right. Come on, tripod, I believe in you. Okay, that tilts. That should do it. Alright, so your screen, you can see it, you can't really tell what's happening. My screen, you'll probably be able to tell a little better what's happening. We will be able to read chat. I'll have it on my screen. The only question is, how audible are we? That's what I want to know. People, I'm not expecting the quality to be good. Just let me know how audible we are. Vic and Hope are still alive. Sonic is saving them kids. Okay. Okay, now I can actually see the shot. Okay, this is actually a bigger shot than I thought. YouTube doesn't show you all of what it shows the audience. That makes no sense.
That's strange.
That makes absolutely no sense. That is so bizarre. For managed democracy, indeed. I'm blocking my screen from view from the camera. This is the goofiest setup I've ever done, that's for sure. Yeah, that looks okay. Looks like it's working. Alright, everybody. Just so everybody knows, I can read chat. Any super chat rant requests will be answered. I've got you right here on this laptop screen. So, you know, we can read the chat, we can see the chat. It's right there. You hear me? Perfect. Okay. I'm really examining the shot now. I'm like, I love that the democracy thing is up there. Visible. Little flag. I'll make the angle a little lower. Less ceiling, more bird. If I lean all the way back, we're both visible. Maybe if I move. If I'm sitting like this, then I can't use my mouse and keyboard. God damn it. If I had a tray. I'm gonna make this work, goddammit. surface I could find that would make any sense. I don't know what happened to all the TV trays my parents used to have.
You took them.
And then we destroyed the night or something.
Yeah, we got rid of them because we used them so many times and they've fallen apart. Jesus Christ. Fuck me, man.
All for the shot I want, like a real director. But we're both kind of visible. It's still a little... It is a super chat.
From who?
From Blink and You'll Miss It for $5. Good thing I didn't blink. Have you seen Has Been Hotel / Hell of a Boss? If so, what are y'all's thoughts? Actually, yes. Not only have we seen them, we've met Vivzy Pop and Brandon Rogers and fuck, I forgot his name. It's slipping out of my mind because he's not famous. I feel terrible. Adam, who is my favorite guy out of all of them. Adam Nalen. And I'm really streaming. Adam Nalen. I'm sorry your name came out of my mouth last because I really love you, Adam. Don't let that ever, don't take that as any kind of insult. The other two are just people other people have heard of, so they came to my mind first. Yeah, we met the lead writers basically at Too Many Games. They were all great people. I didn't know who Brandon Rogers was when I met him. I had not seen any of his videos, and I hadn't seen Hell of a Boss yet. I had only seen Has Been Hotel, so I only knew about Vivzy. And I talked to Adam a whole lot about writing, because this is when I was like just starting to really appreciate myself as a writer and be like, yeah, I'm a writer. I'm going to write shit. And like talking to him made me feel like I can do this. I can write shit. And Brandon was just amazing. Bird is in a Brandon Rogers video that was filmed at Too Many Games. The dad video. Dad's at cons.
Dad's at cons, yeah. Amy, has anyone ever told me how much I move while I'm playing video games? No.
I have. You are the most active gamer I've ever seen. She's probably also knows this because in one of the music videos, I think it's in Planet Hearst, there's a clip of you playing Armored Core, and you're like full body, like like you are the Armored Core, like going all over. It's adorable. But yeah, so after meeting Brandon Rogers, you immediately marathoned Hell of a Boss. I overheard you watching it on your phone. It was like, sounds pretty awesome. And then we watched it together and we loved it. I've seen spotty parts of season 2 because new episodes will come out and Bird just watches it on his phone right away. And I'm a pain in the ass who has to be like wined and dined into watching a show. So,
you're gonna be wined and dined into doing everything.
But, yeah, they're both really good. Brandon Rogers, outside of even Hell of a Boss, one of my favorite YouTubers. Once I actually watched his videos, I was very starstruck that I had just been casually hanging out with this guy for like 2 nights, not knowing who he was, thinking he was just a voice actor. And then I'm like, this guy's now one of my favorite YouTubers. I did not see that coming. He was cool as fucking shit also. Like in person, he was incredibly cool. So, yeah. Hard to recommend something harder than Brandon Rogers' content. Hell of a Boss is really fun.
Grand Admiral C just hugged me. I love this kid.
I will say I did not enjoy what I've seen of the Has Been Hotel TV show. Is I'm not a big musical theater person.
Yeah.
Like occasionally.
Vivzy is a huge musical theater person.
Yeah.
That's why Hell of a Boss is.
Like when Has Been Hotel came out.
Has Been Hotel.
Our friend Michelle. Nate Best Guy Ever's wife.
Also, I will say, Hell of a Boss has a lot of songs. At least a song per episode, too.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say, because when I first saw Hell of a Boss came out when Nate was at my house, so we did a reaction video to it. Has Been Hotel, Hellacious Hose review Has Been Hotel. And, like, that day, The day it came out, I saw Michelle go back and watch every song over and over and over again. She immediately was in love with all the music. And I know she had done that for My Little Pony. Like, she's a musicals person. I'm not. Like, one of the shocking event, when I knew my mom liked Hamilton.
Yeah.
When we finally listened to it together, and I realized she was singing along to all of the women's songs, which I had ignored. I had just thought of it as, oh, of course they gotta force women into this story that didn't really, like, women don't matter in this story, but we gotta force some woke shit in there. Like, I literally looked at women being in Hamilton as woke shit. And then I was like, oh, right, people just think these are good songs. Like, girls just like these songs. I don't know. Musical theater songs, not for me. I like Hamilton because it's got rap in it, you know, like. But you know, so Has Been Hotel a little more difficult for me, but I like Hell of a Boss a whole lot. Thank you for the super chat. I will be reading all chat over there. I know normally when you're vertical streaming, it's like a phone thing, but I'm trying to make it so you'll be able to see both of our faces and both of our games, but I don't know if it'll be possible.
Stop trying to make them see my game. It's literally in the opposite direction of where you're filming.
Alright, whatever. We'll just make it so you can see both of us, our faces in my game then.
I think me moving is enough entertaining than seeing me play video games.
That's true. That is true. Alright, yeah, this is a good shot. This is a better shot anyway. I like it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to angle my game so that I can see it. Can they still see it? If I can see it is the real question. Seems like it. Okay, good. Everything's fine. It only took me an hour to get this setup going, but but you're done with that match, so we can join up together, yes?
Oh. Yeah, I guess we could.
We don't have to.
I'm playing with my boy. Grand Admiral C on Twitter. Do a match by yourself real quick. Are we wearing the same cape? I think we're wearing the same goddamn cape and helmet.
Match by myself?
Well, just, join people.
This is I've never played this without you, have I?
It's good experience.
Maybe I have, I don't know.
You have.
Right now what's fucking with me is that my computer screen is brighter than the goddamn other screen.
The monitor screen?
Yeah.
Mm. Honestly, I think it would make more sense to have the chat on the second one and the game on the...
It's just because the game is visible to the camera if it's over there, and it won't be visible to the camera if it's over here. I'm just trying to do something artistic, okay?
Jeez. I feel like, don't you have to get diagnosed with artistic autism?
What is that democracy picture? Actually, I was gonna get up and explain it, but you didn't pay any money, so I'm not gonna answer any questions I don't get paid to answer. It's
unless
cool.
they're about how cute I am.
The answer is that it's cool unless I get paid to
Unless they're about how cute I am?
yes, I will read everything about how cute Bird is also.
Alright, mine's... Oh, that's...
Y'all are kinda low. Do you mean like audio-wise? It's because we
Yeah.
are very far away from the camera.
Yeah, that tracks.
Just turn your volume all the way up. And then whatever other windows you have that's playing whatever other audio, turn that one down until it's just below our voices. I don't know about how everybody else watches stuff, but I very often am like listening to music under a podcast, where I've got the music at like 10% and then podcast at full, you know? Maybe my volume at the computer at like 40 out of 100, you know? Audio's pretty decent. I'm glad to hear it. Okay.
Okay.
You can see my legs shaking. That's fun.
Yeah, that's something that happens all of the time always.
See what my game looks like over there in the background.
Hey motherfucker, what are you doing, huh?
How well can I tell what I mean? Well, aside from when your head is directly blocking the
Sorry,
monitor,
I'll try and
it's
sit
okay.
back. My bad.
I just got to that moment where you said had to make sure it actually works if you sit.
Do you need me sitting forward?
No,
or-
it's good. You're exactly correct. But it just took a few seconds before I could see if it would be correct, which was funny. Okay. Everything's working. Everyone's here. You're in a different match that I can't join. So if anybody has any rant requests, you know, Bird just went ahead and joined his friend's match.
Oh, look, I've been talking about playing Helldivers with this guy since it came out pretty much.
Oh, this is the
and-
first time you actually got to play.
Yeah, I've never really caught him before.
Shout out Grand Admiral C.
He's the bomb.
No, never mind.
What were you gonna
Something
say?
else. I was gonna ask if he was the one who's like your mini leader. That's Moon McMasters.
Yeah.
Grand Admiral C.
He's a lawyer in Michigan, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Lawman.
But hey, if you're looking to be a fan of a lawyer on the internet, this one, Grand Admiral C, there's gonna be no controversy there. He like
You mean unlike
Free Ricada.
our other
Free
lawyer
Ricada.
friend? Yeah, Ricada.
Did you see right before we started streaming, Dick tweeted, I just talked to Nick. He's doing okay, wants to see his kids. And it's just like terrible, man.
I thought he was out of jail.
Yeah, they're not letting his kids near him. He's
Oh.
been charged with child endangerment.
Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck?
Don't go to church.
They're like-
Don't trust pastors. Don't trust police officers.
They're young. This is worse for them than letting.
Yeah.
It's worse to not let him see them than to let him see them. What the fuck?
Yeah. And you know, I've been watching Dick argue with people on Twitter all day, and it's crazy how much random people on the internet care about random other people on the internet's children just because they are
Dude,
children.
If you care about their children, they should see the fuck. They're probably pretty worried about their
Yeah.
parents, you motherfuckers.
Well, I don't know. To me, it's just like a big like, well, why do you care so much about children? What's your problem that you care so much about the nebulous idea of children?
Kids that aren't yours. You won't donate to the Palestinian children getting bombed, but you care so much about fucking children. Well, I know you care about fucking children. You're a bunch of weird pedophiles. That's why you're fixated on the children.
Yeah, I was trying to imply that without saying it. But, you know.
I didn't even realize that. It just occurred to me as I was talking to say something ending about pedophilia. Jesus Christ, I hate these people. I hate concern trolls more than anybody else.
You know,
Transphobes and concern trolls. But transphobes I hate because they're idiots who don't understand that meta is now that trans people are real and you have to accept it.
the meta.
Concern trolls I hate because they are a perennial danger. They've always been around. They will always be around. And the only way they can be dealt with is with immense shame. Like, you have to shame concern
I don't know. Josh
trolls.
Moon is still talking.
Exactly. But we shamed him out of the Dick Show.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe, it's amazing to me that there are people who still follow a guy who quit a show he liked being on because a trans person made fun of him.
A trans person and a fat person.
Yeah, a trans girl and a fat kid made fun of, a fat kid, he was like 22 at the time.
Yeah.
So a trans woman and a fat kid made fun of Null, and he quit a show
That he liked being a part
loved.
of.
That was a big part of why anybody knew who he was. I'd never heard of Kiwi Farms until he was on the Dick Show. You had never heard of Kiwi Farms if he wasn't on the Dick Show.
No.
He probably doubled the fucking user base of his website. He would go on there all the time. He was one of the most frequent guests. He left because me and Riley made a song about how he's gay. And he left the whole
It was a pretty good song, you know.
show.
I mean,
It's crazy to me.
yeah, Nola is crazy. You're right.
Shout out to May, Michelle, and Mint, who are all in that song also. I know
They
I always
were?
say it starts off with all three of them at the same time reading a comment.
That's funny.
Like,
Oh, you're
versus
right.
over
It
each
does.
other.
I didn't know Michelle was in it. I guess.
Yeah, she just happened to be at our house that weekend, like hanging out. So, yeah, all three of them were in
I can't wait to have a house where people can come hang out, preferably with land, so I can go sleep in a tent when I get tired hanging out with
And we
people.
can do fireworks.
Yeah, there's that too. That's a good point. Oh fuck, there's a bottle titan behind me.
I guess we'd have to be in a firework legal state. I don't think Virginia is, even though we heard fireworks.
Yeah, I don't think
literally
out in the boonies it matters quite so much.
Probably not.
Hey, dickhead.
Apparently here it doesn't matter that much, although we only heard 2, so. There were definitely fireworks here. Is there a public game? No.
Helldivers? No. I mean, maybe in a second if I could generate a friend code, I guess, but I don't know if those are multiple
Right now,
use.
Bird is playing with another friend of ours because he joined a match while I was still setting up a stream. So once he's done with that match, I will join him. Right now, I'm just reading the chat and waiting for people to send super chats for us to answer, for us to talk about, rant about, give you all the information. If you're looking for information, you gotta pay for it. That's how the world works, right? We're informants. This is an informant stream.
Yeah, I guess.
You need info, we got info. I do research. I know things.
That little
Jingles?
stinger get you?
Yeah.
Got me. I was
There
like,
may come a day when you must throw. Oh, I didn't get to read it fast enough.
what? Was it a Helldivers thing?
Yeah, just the text on the screen.
Oh yeah. Probably there may come a day you get to throw your life down for supers.
Screen frozen. Oh, screen is frozen. What the hell?
Is your phone plugged in?
It might have died. It just says low battery on it.
Yeah, you gotta plug your phone
Apparently,
in.
when the low battery screen comes up, it fucking freezes the screen. Let me plug in a battery.
I need to plug this back in before we leave
Leave what?
the room.
Oh.
You are now being plugged in. This is.
Ooh.
It might hurt at first, but it'll feel good once you get used to it. All right. There we go.
She said,
Well, that's what he said to her.
well, you don't know if he's trans.
That's fair. Can't assume anything. these
We're
days.
all in exosuits. Look, me. We're all in the suits.
It's crazy how many people assume gender when everybody knows that when you assume it makes an ass out of you and me. We've all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Y'all, I can't play this video game until Bird's done with this match, so I need super chats to have something to talk about.
I'm finishing.
I can't do anything without super chats. I'm dead in the water. I'm like a rusty machine. I'm like a soiled insect. I don't know what that
Soiled
means.
in.
They don't like the wind or water, okay? They're like, it's too much. I'm just trying to be an ant. I don't need these big old water globs stopping my shit. You remember in A Bug's Life how, like, they would pick up droplets of water and just hold them?
We can't extract.
What the fuck?
We can get in the ship, but it's not.
Bird is in the ship and it's not extracting. There's some kind of odd glitch going on here. Just
Oh, I can't get
multiple
out
people.
now. Oh god.
Well, I've never seen somebody climb so far into the ship before.
I can't get out of it
Well,
either.
it's still happening. I gotta film this, right?
Yeah.
This is an obscure. Here, get back in there. Show off what's going on.
You know, it's just not
You ever
working.
seen somebody get that deep into the Helldivers ship before?
I just can't leave. I'm thinking like we were all shooting it right before it came up. Could that be it?
That weird way that like when you're walking and you're not moving, that's what it's like in my dreams. Like that's how my dreams tend to end. Is like as I'm starting to realize that nothing makes sense, I can't walk right, and it's just like I'm floating weirdly, like I'm running but staying in place, and it's the most frustrating feeling in the world. We have another super chat, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Anthemic Lullaby, or Joshua with $5 says, is chaos a decline from an original stability, or is stability only an occasional rhythm chaos becomes, or is neither of you sufficient for you? I would say closer to the second one, probably. The stability, I think stability is perspective. Like, it's something you can create as a feeling within yourself, but it's very much something you perceive. Whether or both of them, really. I mean, chaos definitionally is a perception based thing, because the idea, like the concept of chaos, if we're talking about chaos theory, is that it is stuff that makes sense but too fast and too unpredictable for humans to understand it. So chaos is pretty much defined by the fact, like, if you were God, there would be no such thing as chaos. If you understood the logic of why everything is happening, nothing would be confusing to you, so there would be no chaos. So chaos is a very, very human concept. It's very individual. People think that I'm a very chaotic person. I think I'm a really safe person. I think I'm like closer to lawful than chaotic in the way I behave, just not in the way I act. Does that make sense? So, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't extract. We're fucked.
I think, yeah, it's all a matter of perspective, and we got another super chat here, but on stability, I think stability is like an act. I think stability is a performance. You have to do stability. Most people are so used to doing it that it's second nature. They're not trying to do it. They just are doing it because they've gotten used to doing it. I think the only reason that certain aspects of stability that are commonplace to others are not to me is that I did not come up with them in the way that other people did. But there are also plenty of people way more unstable than me who don't even know how to try at stability, you know? Right now I get a lot of stability from Bird's stability. Like, he's got a day job, so like I wake up at the same time every day to wake up when Bird wakes up. And that gives an angle that I wouldn't have had without having somebody else there to have a basis of stability, where I used to wake up at like 4 p.m., you know, or 7 p.m. some days. Like, it's a very different lifestyle. So, oh, I got a few more super chats.
Dang, go us.
Blinking You'll Miss It with $5 says, the South Korean animation studio that works on Invincible was outsourcing their work to North Korea. Is this an open secret across the industry? I'm not plugged in enough, but I'm not surprised at all. The fact of the matter is, animation is like the lowest turnover industry imaginable. It really is mostly people who just want to be able to draw for a living. Think about how hard it is in America to exist as an animator, and now imagine doing that in a third world country. You know, like, you would feel lucky that you could get a job that exists. First of all, you feel lucky that there is a job that exists. Second of all, that you're talented enough to do it. Because it does require some level of talent. I couldn't animate. It's just not within my... It's not so, like... Okay, it's not that I couldn't animate anything. I could animate things that I wanted to animate. I could not animate the way an animator is supposed to, which is to be able to draw what they're supposed to draw. There are people who exist like that all over the world, but most of them are not in a circumstance where they could exercise that ability in a meaningful way. So, you know, to people in the first world, they will look at outsourcing to the third world as like a way of being cheap, a way of skirting, like getting the best talent that you can. But to people who are actually working in the third world, like, it's an incredible opportunity. It says I'm not in Helldivers. No. There we go. Hell yeah. So, like, you know, For South Korea to be outsourcing to North Korea is particularly funny because South
Wait, what are
Korea
they outsourcing to North Korea?
animation.
I thought they were on worse terms than that.
The South Korean animation studio that works on Invincible, so it's already an American production outsourcing to
Sure.
Korea,
That's not too strange.
and the South Korean studio is outsourcing to North Korea. Because North Korea would just be even cheaper than South Korea is on the come up. If you were talking about the 1980s, outsourcing to Korea and Japan was an insult. It was, oh, the animation looks like shit because they outsourced it to Korea or Japan. South Korea or Japan. Now South Korea or Japan are the leading animation countries, and they're outsourcing to the Philippines. They've been outsourcing to the Philippines since the 80s, but they're outsourcing to North Korea. There's a lot of third world countries that aren't being talked about for how much outsourcing is being done to them. There's studios everywhere. There are studios all over the world, and most of them cannot make a full production. So almost every production is outsourcing to somebody, somewhere along the line. It takes thousands of drawings to make animation. 12 drawings a second. 12 drawings every second.
You're in my game now. I don't know if you noticed that. We can keep ranting while we held that. But
Okay. Well, our third rant is for R10 from Amy. So I assume it's
Brazilian real. Or real.
Oh, real. Okay.
It's spelled real. I don't know if it's...
Amy talks. Annie says, "All right, e-beggar, rant about how to get people to read my Annie manga reviews. Just write more of them isn't a valid answer." What is Annie manga?
She writes
Just anime and manga.
reviews.
Okay.
Have you never read any of them? What are you, not a real fan?
We're talking about getting people to read?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, I've read them because I like Amy.
Okay.
And I have not read all of them.
There's only one way. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Oh.
You're probably not going to like it.
Is it threatened to rape the quartering?
As great of an idea as that is in general, everybody should threaten to rape the quartering. How do you feel? Do you think Jeremy has a fuckable face? Would you fuck Jeremy's face?
I agree with that.
Could you look into the camera and tell them if you would fuck Jeremy's face?
Bird Stork, would fuck Jeremy the quartering Hambley's face.
Okay, that's a super straight man. Not just a regular straight man.
No, I'm super straight.
Super
You can't get me
straight
like
man.
that, but when you have that fuckable of a face, I mean, there's nothing I can do. It's too powerful.
You even used his last name. Hambley, right?
Yeah, Hambley.
Hambeast, Jeremy Hambeast, the quarter pounder. That's what Hope called him, the quarter pounder.
I've heard that one before. That's pretty good.
Amy, you have to go read other people's shit and comment on it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this, my mentor, Ghost Lightning, the only reason I know about him, the only reason anybody knew about him, is he commented on every anime blog. All of them. On purpose. He didn't think I was a great writer. He went through Anime Nano. He opened every anime blog. And if he figured out what he could say. He just went to their latest post and he figured out what he could say about it.
Well, he's an English major, so he's really good at figuring out
Really
things
good.
to say.
And he did this for a couple of weeks, and that was long enough because all of us were desperate for interaction back then. A normal anime blog post maybe got 3 comments, and usually they had no depth. Ghost Lightning would leave deep comments where it was he made it clear he had read your shit. Like, he made it really obvious that he had read your post and he was reacting to it and sharing his thoughts. And his name was a hyperlink, so you would click his name to go to his blog, and his writing was great, and he responded to every comment that anyone left on his blog. His average post had 75 comments on it. 35 from people, 35 from him. Or he would get into long threads with people, Because
To use a different example, look at OnlyFans girls on Twitter. Do you think they're not in group chats with each other, constantly sending each other their new posts, going like, "Hey guys, can you retweet this so it reaches more people?" They are,
That's another
I've
thing.
seen them talk about
just interaction, yeah.
Yeah.
Public interaction, because even before OnlyFans, to bring this back to fucking My Little Pony, I have a song called 40 Winks in Baltimore. It's one of the earliest pony raps I did with Rain Snow Hail.
Yeah.
Victoria Ray, who we met in person just last year. Great. After like 10 years since I first made this song with her.
You left me.
Oh, what the hell is going on over here? Why did everything turn off on my
Is your computer plugged in?
I thought so.
Is it
It
overheating?
back to me? Could be overheating. Everything still says it's on. And plug the HDMI and nothing happened.
Are you sure that this plug works?
Yeah, I use it every day. And everything's still on. Like it hasn't turned off. It's just
Well,
gone black.
you've left the game, so something has happened.
I'll turn it off, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I left my friends to play this game with you and you crash your computer? Who do you think you are?
What was his name? Oh yeah. Back in the pony days, it was real big on Tumblr, and there were lots of people who had Tumblrs dedicated to their OCs, and there were a couple of OCs. I just want to let it cool off for a second. Called 40 Winks and Sunnyside, who like they were just two different artists who had made their own OCs, and they would draw their OCs together all the time. They just like always drew them interacting because they were friends, and it was like a weird brand of parasocial relationship because it's not. I didn't, I knew neither of these people, but following their content, I wasn't a fan of them individually. I was a fan of their friendship. I was a fan of the way they would draw their characters together, the way they portrayed their friendship, and I wrote a whole song about it. The song 40 Winks in Baltimore is about these characters that these people made up. And
Why is your
in their little
screen so
shared
dark?
universe, I turned my brightness all the way down so that screen would be brighter.
Oh.
And I'm guessing it probably was a heat problem because it was hot as fucking balls just now.
I don't know, you have a...
I could get a fan and aim at it, but that'll affect their audio.
Yeah. You could, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I could suck a dick and die.
You could try that, I guess.
This is a comment from the Discord. Your streams mostly happen when it's midnight for me, but in my half-asleep stupor, I remember you ranted about how if you are making something, I think it was regarding webcomics, that you should just promote yourself like crazy everywhere all the time. Was someone scared to do that? It sort of stuck with me, can't recall what it was. Oh, this is a suggestion of something I should clip. They don't seem to realize I literally already released that clip.
It's funny.
It's on my shorts. If you go over to the shorts page, yeah, I did clip that. I don't know if they're watching this right now. Probably not, but alright, let me get back in the game. Bird is impatiently waiting for me to join his game.
You were impatiently asking me to join your game. I'm only returning the impatience.
I gotta get the chat open too, so I can see what people are saying. Is there any more soups?
There's not any more super chats.
Soup? There has been.
Oh god, that just popped up.
Adamar07 with £5. What are your thoughts on sci-fi space opera as the pop sci-fi genre? And is there a fine line between space fantasy and true science fiction? Oh wow, I haven't released this video yet. I have a video called Space Anime that I have to edit that actually talks about this a lot. How I think there's not as big of a distinction as people think. Or was it that video? I know I have a video about how I don't think space fantasy and sci-fi are as different as people think.
Skip the thing. I mean, do the ring.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. I want to hit heart on it. Bam. There we go. Hearted. Hey, I'm in again. But yeah, like, space opera as the pop sci-fi genre, I think it's really just that Star Wars is so fucking popular. Like, there's not really another space opera that's massively, hugely popular.
Rebel Moon.
Not at all. I don't even know if that's a space opera. I just know that it's like a.
It's a Star Wars ripoff.
Would you? I would not consider Dune a space opera. So what defines space opera to me, and the reason the phrase exists, which I assume is mostly to describe Star Wars. Star Wars plays music the whole movie. If you go watch Star Wars
Dune
right
does
now,
that too.
if you cut out the vocal or cut out all the dialogue in Star Wars, there's always music playing. Like it is literally and it's not just music, but it's music that reflects what's happening in the scene literally, like a Tom and Jerry episode. Like the music it's a score. It's an operatic score. So I think that is part of what defines space opera.
It's up to you to pick the mission.
Oh.
Just so
I'm
you
in
know.
charge. Oh my god, I'm playing the video game.
I know, right? I mean, finish your rant too.
Well, because I'm thinking about like one of the biggest sci-fi series of recent years was Black Mirror, and that's not a space opera at all.
I guess it is technically sci-fi.
Black Mirror is definitely sci-fi.
I don't know. I don't.
What do you think when you think sci-fi?
Well, Black Mirror, it's like psych-fi to me. It's like psychological
Okay. It's
fiction.
more about the psychological effects of the science than it is about. But sci-fi is usually about the sociological effects of the science, right? Like, isn't that core to it somewhat?
Probably. I don't know. You catch me watching a whole lot of sci-fi.
Like, I mean, this game is sci-fi, and this game is an out-and-out political commentary. This game is just about how silly democracy.
No, it's
basically
about how silly managed democracy and
Managed
super
democracy,
patriotism
yeah.
and the capitalist hellscape that we are quickly falling into.
It's the kind of game that basically is what I think when I think this game is a real
Did you
parody.
get 2 support weapons?
Probably.
Why?
I like support weapons.
But you can only use one at a time.
Oh really?
Yeah, they stay on your
Well,
back.
no, but you use one and then you have the other one to summon right afterward and you run out of ammo.
I guess.
Uh,
That's a silly way to be playing this game.
I just always forget to use the fucking other shit, so I tend to bring support weapons because I know I'll use them. Because the airstrikes, I'll always forget.
Man, I had such a good wait.
What the fuck? Did my computer just restart?
Yeah.
I'm really glad I didn't try to stream this from the computer. It's just way too hot.
Awesome.
It's like boiling.
Well, then cool it down somehow.
Alright, I'm gonna get I'm gonna go grab a fan.
Hey, it's me. I can't see the chat because it was on Beatrice's computer, but believe me, I will play this video game and try not to die. Fuck, are they really right behind me? They are really right behind me. This is just a kill bugs mission, so it's not that bad. Although both of my turrets have now been killed by bugs, which is cool. What am I being slowed by? Is there like a little dude shooting?
It truly messed
I
up.
mean, so there's the other thing too of your computer's air intake is probably on the bottom of it. So keeping it like flat against the wood like that is probably not the best idea.
It raises itself up with its
I know.
but yeah. Okay, what can I put under it?
I don't know.
Put up mouse.
Hey, I had a guy named World Peace 4200 join. Shout out World Peace. I'm 11% into this killing bugs mission. I feel like I could maybe do it.
I was like trying to do gaming streams, you always have tech issues. We'll be able to circumnavigate all that by just aiming a camera at the screen and just playing the games. I was wrong.
Fuck me. Oh, fuck me, this little guy.
I was wrong. This changes everything.
I mean, you know your computer has an overheating problem. You should have thought of that before all this.
I just didn't think. I thought the fact that it's just the video game and nothing else would fix that, but I guess
No.
running 2 monitors maybe is the problem.
I don't know. I've got a fucking charger.
I've never had the computer overheat for me just playing Helldivers before.
Maybe it is the 2 monitors then. Yeah.
Let me go check and see if there's any new super chats. There are new super chats. Amazing. Thank you so much to Anthemic Lullaby / Joshua once again. You ever going to use the live show thing in the We Watch Anime server eventually, or are you going to get rid of that channel sometime? I forgot that existed.
No, we're not going to get rid of it. Just a guess. Are we ever going to use it? I don't know.
Did I know it existed?
Who made it?
I think I'm keeping track of every channel and every Discord I've ever made.
Well, it's the
fucking know.
current Discord that you use, so...
Look, I have never used a voice channel on a Discord
Since the PCP.
I think we put that there.
my
I mean,
God.
we must have used it to record with Kexi
Yeah.
and with Shaves on the only 2 guest episodes we did. But I think that was there so that we could bring guests in and let people listen live when we had guests on. But we only did that twice, so probably not in heavy use. But there's no reason to get rid of it. That I can think of. Yeah, great bird face shot.
God damn it. Why'd you have to have an overheating computer?
That's really shitty.
Do you think I need to redo the thermal paste or something?
Does that make it like better heat or something?
What do you think thermal paste does?
I have no idea.
It allows better heat transfer between the thing that is cooling your laptop and the thing that needs to be cooled in your laptop. So if it's not good, then it's going to make your computer overheat.
How hard is it to redo the thing?
I don't know. Mint has broken her computers doing it before.
Sounds difficult.
Well, and I don't mean the computer worked. It's just she completely stripped the screws. I've died 3 times. Oh my god. Does thermal paste ever actually go bad? I'm pretty sure it dries up eventually and stops being as good. I mean, the answer yes. I'm 90% certain it goes bad. My computer's like 2 years old at this point, and it gets really fucking hot. It's always gotten really fucking hot. It's just a poorly designed. I mean, it's a laptop, so all laptops have silly cooling issues.
Lick the thermal paste off the CPU, it's tasty.
That is not a good
Wait,
idea.
how did you reach that?
I've been looking at my phone.
Nice. smart. I just didn't see his phone, so I was like, what?
It's the thumbnail of the stream is me looking at my phone.
Brilliant. Alright. Oh, you actually finished the whole mission. Amazing.
Yeah.
I picked that mission and I didn't even participate in it.
Yeah. It's pretty rude of you. Does your computer feel cooler now that you've got a fan going on it?
Only slightly. I'm gonna see if there's something I can put under the fan to raise it like a foot. Would be perfect.
I mean, I think the fan is reaching it because it's the top of it's at the computer's level.
It is, but only barely. I think it could use more.
Oh, up to you. Mm-hmm. I would have expected shorter hair and to be chubbier. I couldn't explain why. Well, thanks.
So they expected you to be?
Shorter hair and
How did
chubby.
they not see you?
I don't know.
Like, I can't imagine having heard of you but not seeing you. This is a box of vegan gummies that my mom bought on accident because she was trying to buy stuff to make gummies, but these are just gummies. So now she has a shitload of gummies she doesn't want. Now I'm gonna put that box under the fan. It's just the right height.
Surely nothing can go wrong.
Okay,
He said, knowing that
it's
something
just
would
the
go
right
wrong.
height, but it's not the right width, unfortunately. Okay, that kind of works. Whatever. It's more air on the computer. That's all that matters.
See if I
Super
can-
chat ain't working. I want to contribute. I wonder why. Well, if you have Venmo, Golden Witch Fire on Venmo, I think you can attach a
Chat
message.
ain't
to
working.
Venmo.
What is it saying when you're trying to super chat?
Yeah, I've never heard of Super Chat not working.
Also,
Adam RS7
yeah. What's your favorite game? Right now, Helldivers. Generally, I really like Borderlands 2. I don't know, I don't really do the favorites thing.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's a good one.
Bird plays a lot of Cyberpunk.
I beat it again today. I
You
hadn't
beat
played
it again.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Until yesterday, I hadn't really played a lot of Cyberpunk recently. I just loaded it up because I had beaten the Jedi game and been really disappointed in that.
The way I'll put it is like, I don't know, like there's two types of games, right? Games, for most people, they either beat a game once and then like never again. Or it's like a game that you play continually, like Helldiver, like a service game, you know? It's rare that there's a game that you can beat, but you just keep coming back and beating it again and again, unless it's like a favorite, you know? You beat Elden Ring like 5 times.
I did do that,
You
yeah.
beat Cyberpunk like 6, 7 times.
3.
3 times, is it?
Yep. It's a way chunkier game than Elden Ring is, though.
Damn.
And
That's
then
saying something.
he had also asked, like, well, because, you know, Elden Ring doesn't have a bunch of stupid side quests that you can just, like, waste time with. And RP in the world. Hobbies, cooking, hiking. I longboarded a long time ago. I haven't done it in a while, but I'd like to get back into it. Fortunately, most of the sidewalks here suck. Gaming.
I mean, when we're not hiking and cooking, usually bird games. So I would say that's like the big ones. Hiking, cooking, gaming. Or camping is really more the hobby than hiking specifically, I would say, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's more just like going outside and being outside than necessarily walking around. I am more of a hiker because I can't stop walking. Like I have a weird mental disease that's like, don't stop moving, don't stop moving, don't stop. You die if it's like a shark. You die if you stop moving. Like that's why I can't stop shaking my legs and shit.
I like going to breweries. I'd like to learn how. Oh,
That's also a huge one. Yeah, going to breweries.
I'd like to learn how to brew beer into mead.
No, neither of us has done any climbing yet.
I don't know that I'd want to do climbing.
Yeah.
I watched a movie called Summit of the Gods, and
That movie's fucking
it
harrowing.
was pretty scary.
Well, I
And
never
this-
get that into climbing. I can see doing low level climbing,
You
but
do low level climbing and you hurt yourself.
that's true. That's why. Well, I'm getting stronger and I feel more confident I can do that without hurting myself. But
Is Helldivers a great game or just something to pass the time?
it's amazing.
Yes.
It is probably my favorite.
It is a
video
great game and something to pass the time.
It might be my favorite video game that has ever been. It's definitely up there. It's for me. It's in the same league as Phantasy Star Online, which is my favorite like all-time like multiplayer game. Like if we're talking single-player story experience, it's gonna like move your soul. It's not that. But if we're talking like the most fun you can have playing a game with other people, this is. Right now, for me, number one. This is the most fun multiplayer game I have ever played. Mostly because it's so fucking funny. Like, you can't play this game for 2 hours and not encounter something that will make you burst out laughing. Like, at least I have never had that experience. Oh, I'm in control.
No, you're not.
Oh, no, I'm not. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna play the game without my computer fucking crashing on me?
Fucking hope so, man.
Me too.
Bring sentries, like a mortar sentry if you have it. And actually use it.
Just let me know when you want it, and I'll throw it down.
As soon as we drop in.
Okay.
That's just a thing you set down and hope it stays alive.
Does it shoot across the whole fucking map or something?
It shoots pretty far, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what other thing I want to bring. I guess the
So yeah,
laser.
before we would get into climbing, we want to get into backpacking.
Yeah.
For us, the appeal is more like being in a quiet place that nobody else is. Just, a judgment-free zone in the middle of nowhere where you're not answering
I don't
anybody.
know. Bears judge you pretty hard.
Well,
If I had to
there's
be
not
in
a
the
lot of those
forest with a
left.
bear or a man, I'd probably pick the man.
Yeah, you picked the man
I'm
over
joking.
there.
It was obviously a joke. I think the whole argument's silly.
Wait, what would you pick between a man and a bear?
A man? Are you fucking kidding me? Bears are probably going to kill you.
That's what I thought. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I try not to involve myself with technology when I'm on live streams because I get really mad when technology doesn't work for me. I get that pure cuck rage of like I don't have control over my life that you get when your computer just keeps.
Oh my god, I
turning off on
found
you.
someone who is having the exact same problem with the exact same laptop and the exact same game. Hang on.
I'm never buying another Asus. I've had too many problems with Asus computers. I'm done with Asus.
Yeah, it's a really shitty laptop. I guess.
Republic of Gamers my fucking ass.
Yeah, I know, right?
How y'all doing over here? I can't even see the chat because my computer restarted. Got a super chat from Rother
11 that says, "Your Astra Score review, a hard 10. Glad you're still here making waves." Thank you so much. A hard 10, damn. It's a very beautiful score to have for a video. Thank you. I think I'm going to sequelize that this fall. Because it's almost been the 10-year anniversary. Can you believe that? That video is almost a decade old. I think it, well, actually, I can't remember if it came out late 2014 or late 2015 when it started.
I
think it was late 2014.
this is at least part of it.
I just put that there because of last time.
Why did you put them there?
I was trying to see if I could give it more air clearance. Further distance from the table. More room for air.
You really like amp up your sensitivity.
I just did that because of the game. Like, normally it's way too high, but in the game it felt way too low.
Okay.
Also, that mouse is a piece of fucking garbage dog shit, so the trackpad is way more precise. I bought a $10 Chinese mouse off of Amazon. Oh, we've already made $40 on this stream. Thank you, everybody. You're very generous. I thought this weird experimental live stream style might be shit, but it looks like it's doing okay. I've seen some new faces in here today too. Bird seems like the troubleshoot. He is absolutely that guy. But he doesn't like doing... Nobody who's good at troubleshooting likes doing it. Everyone I've ever known who's a tech person is always like, "Motherfucker, you brought me a tech problem? Motherfucker." And then they'll spend the next 2 hours glaring at the computer like they're trying to bore a hole through it into space. But yeah, the Astro Score sucks. There are 2 seasons of the show, the Astro Score. I never talked about the second season at all. People asked me to at the time, but I didn't see a point. But now that it's been a decade, I think it would be especially funny to, like, beat that dead horse. Just, like, it would only be funny to do it now. You know, like, it's only funny if it's exactly 10 years later. Any later than that, it's too late. Any earlier than that, it's too early. It has to be exactly a 10-year anniversary. Like, hey, remember the Astro Score, that franchise that died immediately because it sucked? Let's go back through that and find out just how much they thought it would work, you know? If anybody's curious why they thought the Astro show would work, it's purely the character designer being the same guy who had done Infinite Stratos, which is also a totally forgotten IP now, but it was pretty successful at the time. Purely character designs. That's it. That guy did pretty good character designs for 2015. It's a style that has totally lost relevance in the 5 years intervening. True pop media. Like the definitional pop. Pop that bubbles up and then it pops and it's gone. That's real pop. The stuff we call pop that appeals to everybody, that's not real pop. That's just greatness. I know you don't want to think of Taylor Swift or Drake as greatness, but you gotta look, it's not them, it's a cabal. It's like hundreds of people trying to create an idea of greatness through the vessel of somebody who they think can channel it because that person is just so unbelievably insane. So egotistical, so ridiculously, what's the word I'm looking for? Narcissistic. That they can bring to fruition God tier art. I'm not narcissistic enough to make something God tier. I'm not Kanye West. I'm close, but I'm not Kanye West. I'm like at best JPEG Mafia, and he's better at it, what he does than I am. Probably. I don't know. Hit me up, Peggy. We'll make some music together. Let's make some music. Got another $5 from Anthemic Lullaby / Joshua. who says, "Do you need sup chats to make long questions cost more dollars, or could longers be posted in a channel in the Discord as long as folks pay $5 during streams?" So I assume what you're asking is, could I give you $5 to type more than the amount that I have to type in the chat? Absolutely. I don't care where you give me money at all. The only reason super chats are cool is that it shows up right then and there. It's like, you gave me $5, it shows up right away, I read the chat, and if I was big enough of a YouTuber that I couldn't, like, if you watch an Anthony Fantano video, he might not even read all the $2 super chats. He gets so many super chats so quickly that if it doesn't stay on screen long enough, he might just not have time to read it. You know? I am a tiny, tiny, tiny YouTuber with time to read all of the super chats. You know, now granted, things do fall through the cracks for me because I have ADHD and I don't always keep track of everything happening. Just, you know, if you feel slighted, reach out twice, 3 times. Beat my ass about it. You know what I would do. Just think about if I felt slighted, what I would do. You gotta be willing to do at least that much to me. So, I will definitely read your soups wherever. You want to Cash App it, you want to fucking Venmo it, you want to fucking sign up to Patreon and leave it as a goddamn DM, you want to sign up to back.buy. I don't care where you send me money, but it's a little more work on your end because you then have to figure out where I answered you. Because I'm not going to DM you and be like, oh, by the way, I answered you in this video. Like, I'm just going to count on you to figure out the fact that I answered it somewhere. And if you can't find the answer, maybe I didn't make it, then you can start harassing me. That's fine. I just want to know we're both putting in work. You know? So we all have to treat each other like we're all human beings in the same room. We're not just expecting like it's not like Taco Bell where you're like, this person fucked up, I'm jumping above them to corporate. There is no corporate. I'm corporate. You know? So that's the only part of it that's hard to communicate to people. Go back and make sure I'm understanding everything happening in chat real quick. On the bear thing, there's a big cat species in South America called Onkia. Onkia? I don't know how to pronounce that little C with the thing under it. That, although terrifying, has made a single victim in 100 years. So just go with that. Oh, that sounds like a great cat. You've seen the Asterisk War review multiple times, but you haven't rewatched it in a few years. I think I rewatched it a couple of years ago, and I was pretty happy. I think, like, part 3 might be the worst, because I get a little too granular. Like, I know I was trying to be as thorough as possible, but I think I got a little too granular in a couple places. There's maybe 30 minutes of that 4.5-hour video I'd cut out. Edamaro7 with 10 pounds says, what are you thoughts on big current tourism and YouTubers in Japan because of the poor yen, and how it's causing a big impact on disrespectful tourists and rising city costs because of this? I actually hadn't
talked about this recently. He's
okay.
Like, oh my god, all these people coming to Japan are ruining Japan for me.
Oh, is he in Japan? I didn't know that. So, I didn't know about this story. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm trying to sort my feelings about this. Because I also want to go to Japan right now because the yen is weak as fuck. It's true. It's a great time to go spend money in Japan because everything is cheap. I can't imagine that so many people are doing it and doing it so disrespectfully that it's like sincerely causing a massive problem for Japan. Tokyo has like 1 billion people in it. Like, you could fly all of America into Tokyo and it would barely feel like there had been a population bump. Like, we've got less than 400 million people here in the whole country. They got that in one city. So I don't think sincerely Americans could possibly be caused. Maybe a few really bad people have gone over there and caused some really bad problems, but I would assume that the law would take care of those people if they really got that bad about it. But it does sound like a funny story. It sounds like a really funny thing for PewDiePie to talk about, you know? I'm getting tripped out. This fucking Bird's laptop has this image of a parrot as the background, and I guess it's to show off how high resolution this monitor is, and I'm just like lost in it because it might be the most high res image I've ever been this close to. What is the resolution on this fucking monitor?
Good.
It's at least 4K. And this image is one of those, like, look at what 4K can do type images. And I'm like, where's the pixels? I know there's pixels. Like, my brain can't keep up with how much detail is in this picture. I wish I was on psychedelics. This would be like, I would stare at this all day. I hit my fucking vape again. Get high enough to stare at this for real. Let me look at the chat again. I just realized it's not in front of me, so
I don't know if there's more. There is maybe more. There's not more. That's just the same chat, and it's still on screen because it's such a big donation. Thank you. Again, Adamaro7. There's some horrible videos of Americans harassing people. I mean, I absolutely believe but I would believe they've always been doing that. Like, I could see it escalating in like a pocket kind of way because people are paying attention to it, but like there's always been dumbass American chuds going to Japan fucking with shit. And you gotta consider we have occupation there, so like there are American military bases in Japan. Most of the Americans that have gone to Japan over the last 40-50 years have been US soldiers who are all just going over there to party and get laid. Like, every American who goes to Japan, like, the reputation of a white person in Japan is that's probably a military guy there to party and get laid, you know? So, other than what they get from our media, which is that we say fuck and shoot each other a lot. So, like, you know, I would bet there's always American hooligans. Maybe there's a little bit of a spike right now because their economy's not so good. But if all those Americans are going and spending all that money in Japan, maybe they're being a little uncouth. Maybe they're even costing more money than they're spending. That would be bad. But these are people taking their American dollar and putting it into the Japanese economy at the end of the day. So, like, is it a net negative? I don't know. I'd have to see the stats. I'd have to see how much trouble these people are causing. I would not advise you go be disrespectful in Japan. Not a good look.
They have a 90% crime conviction rate, and it's not because they're right.
It's because they'll fucking convict you, yeah.
And to be fair, it's not just Americans. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense too. Yeah. It would be people, tourists from all over the world.
Americans have such a bad reputation, even though you gotta kind of consider, like, tourism is like colonialism light. You know, it's like it's colonialism with permission, tacitly. It's like consider a host club, right? Like, when you go to a host club, you understand that these women aren't your girlfriend. They're only interested in you as far as you pay them. That's foreigners in a foreign country. It's like, yeah, you're welcome because you have money, but if you start causing a problem, you will be kicked out, you know? And like,
Alright, switch places with me. I'm gonna try this out. I just have you loaded into a game to see if it will work. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna get really mad and probably go to bed. Laptop's $1,000. It should fucking play video games. Especially since it's ROG, Republic of Gamers. There's no fucking reason it should
it's
just
not even 2
turn
years
off.
old. It's like a year and a half old,
Yeah.
if that.
Asus, you suck.
Asus, what the fuck? You used to be. Computer people used to recommend Asus to me. I can't
sure it wasn't
imagine.
Acer?
That too, but
Acer makes sense.
Acer took place this was over a decade ago. But the friend who recommended me Asus shortly thereafter started using Acer and never stopped. So I think that might be my next go-to.
I mean, I think I'm stupid for having bought an Alienware computer. I just really have always wanted one, and it wasn't bad enough that I had to return it.
Well, I haven't seen any problems you faced with that fucking thing. What's the worst thing that's happened with it? I guess you did have to replace the motherboard, didn't you?
Not really. I mean, it was fine.
Or you ended up fixing it before they fixed it.
And then they replaced it
Then
anyway.
They replaced it anyway, which was nice.
Yeah. Except when they replaced it, like now some of my back ports don't work because they replaced it in such a way that the motherboard is just a little further into the case than it used to be. So like my USB-C cable can't plug into it. And the I mean, if you look at the charging cable here, you see how it's like hanging
So they
out of
made
there.
it worse.
Dell.
Fucking Dell. That's so funny.
Very Dell.
Well, it makes me think about.
I've heard Lenovo are some of the better computers you can buy. Hey, you're like in a game. You should do the thing I was trying to get you.
Oh, I didn't know I was the one who was.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if the computer is going to crash. Oh, LOL, no, do not get Lenovo. Well, I'm not going to buy another computer for a while. Well, okay, Lenovo tablets, that's different than laptops. I've literally only ever heard good things about the Legion laptops. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right, but I don't imagine it's the same design flaws. But again, I'm completely willing to be wrong. I didn't say that once, so for the first time instead of again.
Whoever said that, what do you recommend?
Yeah, what's a good computer? Well, no, he wasn't talking about laptops. He was talking about tablets. Cut that out. No, we'll see. Why not a gaming PC? Because for the last year we had been traveling constantly, and I didn't really have space for a gaming
We
PC.
absolutely would not have been able to use a gaming PC anytime last year. We were living in hotels, different hotel almost every night, traveling the country for work, so the laptops were necessary. We
Look,
have a decent desktop computer back in Kentucky. Well, it's not decent anymore, but it was decent 4 years ago. When we were
It also
still able to
doesn't
use
work
it.
anymore. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, really?
They have been using it as a table.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't work for a while before that. I don't know. Who knows what's going on with it? I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. They don't know where the power cable is as far as I know either, so I couldn't plug it in and find out what was wrong with it. Or they did, and I did plug it in, and it just wasn't booting. I don't know.
Both of these laptops are more powerful than my desktop.
My desktop too.
Which is from literally one day.
Hey, you're in the game. Have you noticed
Yeah,
that?
it's working. Holy shit, we might actually play Helldivers right now.
Thank fucking
Oh
God.
my god, it's so beautiful.
If it happens again, I would recommend just turning down some
Video games.
settings.
I'm shooting guns at monsters.
That's the idea, yeah. Congratulations.
It's been a while.
You should move out of there. I just threw a
Alright,
bottle.
oh god, oh shit, oh fuck.
You should run further.
I'm trying. The guy stunned me.
Well, don't get stunned. If you don't know what Helldivers is, which at this point I would be kind of surprised, it's a game where you play as a hyper-fictional, but not super-fictional version of Earth that has traveled. It's a sequel game, obviously, so stuff happened in the first one. But we can travel the stars, and we're trying to kill a bunch of robots and bugs because they threaten our right to freedom or something. The whole lore behind it is cute, but it's not that deep other than, oh, the government lying to you, the government bad. Although, that's treason, and I shouldn't be saying that. But
Well, it's more that like the game is about a very brainwashed society, and
Yeah.
you are yourself a brainwashed drone, and you love it.
yeah.
That's
And I'll
what's-
be honest, I do love being Helldivers, so maybe they got me.
I think what makes this game work for me is that there is no, like, the cynicism is something you as the gamer bring to it. Like, you know that the way that everything is phrased is funny, but like in universe, you can also understand how like, yeah, people could be this brainwashed. Like, people could take all this unironic.
Not only could they be, they are.
Yeah, like
I mean, there are people who like see the messages in this game and like actually take it seriously, which is completely besides the point.
that's really funny. Yeah, it's definitely Poe's law, which is also like.
The Twitter account?
No, the but like the themes of this game, as has been pointed out by the internet, are exactly ripped off from Starship Troopers. So like, if you've ever seen the movie Starship Troopers, this game is practically an adaptation.
I mean, the
of
bugs
movie.
are just the Starship Troopers bugs, more
Yeah.
or less.
All of the democracy stuff, all the way they do that parody stuff is exactly the same as in that movie, but they've just taken it a lot farther.
I haven't actually
Uh,
seen Starship Troopers. We
I
probably
haven't
should.
either, but I've seen a bunch of analysis videos of it. But it's insanely violent, so I'm a little afraid of it. All of Paul Verhoeven's movies, same guy who did RoboCop,
Okay.
and
That
all of
makes
his
a lot of
movies are
sense.
just like, they're all political commentary. They're all like the same type of satire, and they're all incredibly violent. Yeah, I mean, good satire will always show you who is stupid and who is smart. Even Fight Club, I would say, is like it doesn't quite read as satire until you see the way people react to it, and then you realize like, oh,
The people who are like, yeah, I'd be in the Fight Club.
yeah, exactly. You're like, what, you would? You know, like.
You'd be a terrorist?
Most of them, like, suicide died, you know?
Yeah, but you wouldn't
Are
have
you
to
gonna
talk
be Robert
about it.
Paulson, or
You
are
wouldn't
you
have to
gonna
talk about
be-
it. Isn't that cool? You get to
Yeah.
fight people and not talk about it. How cool is that? Not very.
I wonder how many people who, like, I know it's kind of a stereotype and there's not a ton of these people in real life, but I do know they exist. Like, people who do actually watch that like, you know, The Wolf of Wall Street, and then they're like, I'm gonna be,
Oh, come on. Do you think I'm not
Gordon
watching The
Gekko.
Wolf of Wall Street and what? It's Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort, whatever, the same guy. Gordon Gekko's the other dude.
I don't even. He is a Wall Street guy.
Yeah, he's the movie Wall Street is about Gordon
Oh,
Gekko.
okay. I don't know that I've seen that.
There's a couple movies about him, but he was a big Wall Street scammer guy, like similar to
Jordan Belfort. Also, I should be clear. That was a joke when I said I would be Jordan Belfort. He does a little too much cocaine. for
I
me
mean,
to
if
think it'd be
Quaaludes
fun.
were still around,
Yeah,
it
that's
might be
that's
more
the
tempting,
that's the
but-
thing that gets me about that movie is like I've never really wanted to try Quaaludes until I saw that movie, and then it made me only want to try Quaaludes of like
For
all
me-
of the drugs I haven't tried.
Being that I already knew that one Quaaludes video.
Well, that
like-
increased it actually.
I had seen that, and so to me, my interpretation of that movie was that it was mostly to show the world,
How cool
like,
Quaaludes
yeah,
are.
like, dude, you guys have no idea, like, anybody born after the 80s, you don't understand that all of civilization was powered by the desire for these fucking Quaaludes.
And I should add, if you don't know the Quaaludes video she's talking about,
Quaaludes!
it should just come up if you look up
I think
Quaaludes
it's
on
just
YouTube.
called Quaaludes.
Yeah, it's like all caps Quaaludes, and it's a
The boy from
the
Brooklyn.
big man from
Yeah, the Big man from
Brooklyn.com.
Brooklyn.com. I can't remember what his actual name is. Rest in peace to that guy.
Yeah, you can. After he died, his family set up a thing where you can plant a tree in honor of him, and I keep meaning to plant a tree in honor of that guy because, I mean, I've seen that Quaaludes video a lot of times.
Very good. We got some more super chat going here.
Heck yeah.
A couple more. We've got
I was
From-
playing Helldivers 2, and I was playing with cops He did not give a shit what they were talking about. Fun guys. You should never trust a police officer. You should never trust a pastor. You should never trust anyone who is a mandatory reporter and actually mandatory reports. They're only doing it to save their own ass.
Big agree. Brother011 with 199 says, speaking of psychedelics, lemon tech or tea? What the hell is lemon tech?
I don't know what lemon tech is. There's a mushroom afterwards.
I don't know that. I'm not that deep into psychedelics.
Also,
like,
hey, look at us.
Look it up and see if I can-
Look at us, guys. We completed one match of Helldivers.
I shot 3 enemies in that whole match. You guys did all the work. I don't know how I made it through that match. Lemon tech is a popular method for looking to maximize the potential of magic mushrooms. However, it is important to consider the technique can produce very potent psychedelic effects.
Yeah.
Caution.
Hey, this is a technique where you maximize the effects of the psychedelic. Watch out. It's very psychedelic.
You get psychedelic mushrooms or truffles, freshly squeezed lemon juice, typically 2 to 3 lemons, a glass, a sharp knife or coffee grinder, water, and cheesecloth or filter paper. So it's just lemonade with mushrooms, right? Like.
Well, I mean, finish reading it first, I guess. It seems like they were going to tell you how to do it.
Yeah, you grind the mushrooms, you squeeze the lemons, and then you combine them for 25 minutes.
That seems pretty cool. You know you have 2 open beers, right?
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, here's a fun fact about Beatrice. She, it doesn't have to be beer. She will just, like, open 4 drinks at any given time, because she's set one of them down, and she just assumes, oh, I don't remember drinking all of the rest of that, but it must be gone.
You could have just said, funny thing about Beatrice, she's a woman, and everybody would have implied the rest of that.
Yeah, but not everyone's a big fan of the Dick Show.
Adamar07 with 5 pounds says, for real, I was playing Helldivers 2 and I was playing with cops. They did not give a shit about what they were talking about. You were responding to this.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that was a super chat. That's my bad. Will you pick another mission for us?
Yes. Gaming!
Oh, okay. I see what the super chat was about now. I get it. There's the other thing too about Helldivers is that I'm pretty sure it doesn't really have a recording system for anything other than text chat, which is based. Because I played a lot of Overwatch up until recently, and I stopped for a variety of
This
reasons.
game was basically what finally took me
Yeah.
off of Overwatch.
Right before I had stopped playing Overwatch, they had silenced me for 2 weeks for inappropriate chat or something, and all I was doing was just like shit talking the other team. I wasn't being sexist or racist or anything. Maybe I said your mom once, and I just think Overwatch's protection system is a little too heavy-handed. But yeah, of course it is. It's Blizzard. Blizzard sucks. Oh my god, this is 8%? What the fuck is Angry Orchard doing making it 8%? What?
Damn, I didn't realize that either. That explains why I've been a little more messed up than I thought. I was like, I feel like I've been getting a little cooked.
Thank you,
tonight.
Vic and Hope.
Yeah, Vic and Hope had like 3 Angry Orchards and 3 hard Mountain Dews that they didn't want, and they sent me home with. It's basically how I was paid for helping out Palestinian children today.
This is not very good.
Today I made only a little bit of money for
Hey,
myself
you want to pick us a spot?
and a lot of money for Palestinian children. I didn't realize everybody was
Yeah. Oh, no. Why did you do that? No. Go back.
right?
Drop us on the mission. Just drop us on the mission. That's where we want to be.
You don't want to do all the other stuff?
There is no other stuff. It's a 15-minute mission. It's just this one objective. What the hell are you... You use the strafing run?
What are you talking about?
One of the stratagems you had selected. The
I
Eagle
mean-
strafing run?
Oh,
The airplane?
This thing?
Yeah. You
I-
shouldn't use that if you
yeah,
have the
I hate
regular
it.
airstrike.
I can never tell what I'm doing. The planes, I don't know what they are, so I just
Well,
pick a
they
random
have-
one and then I go.
They have descriptions
Oh.
if you hover over them.
Oh.
But yeah, you know, the 2 little bombs on the side are Eagle airstrike, the regular one. Big bomb in the center
This
is 500 kilogram bomb. of Three Little Things is like a cluster bomb. If you're looking for the similar effect to the strafing run, the cluster bomb is really good.
I hate the strafing run. I think it sucks bad.
Well, I'm saying like if you want to take out a
They
whole
made it
bunch of
similar.
tiny little enemies with an eagle thing, the strafing run is good, and you get like 5 uses of it before it has to recharge.
Did you say Vic and Hope did charity stream for Palestine? Yes. Vic and Hope, I think they might still be live actually.
Probably.
If not, then they only recently stopped. But they did 2 different live streams. I was there. If you go to the part 1, 3.5 hours in, I show up to the 5.5 hour stream. It was really fun. I dropped all kinds of cakes, talked about fucking the Quartering's face, Jeremy the Quartering's face.
When I play on the laptop screen instead of the monitor, she is playing on the monitor.
Yeah, I'm playing on that.
Oh, are you talking to me? Because my laptop's screen
This is
is
not our
really,
office.
really good.
This is my dad's office, and those are his screens.
Well, I don't even
Also
care about
there.
that. My screen is
Yeah,
bad.
his screen is like 4K, and I don't know that either of those is that good of a monitor. That's an Alienware laptop he was playing on.
It's an Alienware laptop that costs too much money, but it's very, very good at what it
You've
does.
gotten your money's worth out of that laptop.
Damn right I have.
You gamed the fuck out of that shit.
No, it is. It's genuinely probably the best computer I've ever had. I'm not joking. I'm not shitting around. Like, I built my own desktop, and that was cool. I had a really good time with that. It was fun. It was bulky as shit, and I couldn't move it. This, it's hot, but the cooling fans are fine. Eventually, I'll probably get a laptop mat for it, or a cooling pad, I mean, because it needs it. Most laptops do. I'll probably get one for you too, B. But I mean, I have no complaints, almost at all. I guess right at the beginning, it took a little bit of time for me to figure out the settings to play it on and everything, just so I was getting the optimal performance and not occasionally crashing. But I guess there had been some weird like overheating problems, but I think that problem might have been just from it having. I will game for a long time, and I think that's not so good for the computer, maybe? I don't know. But there's that, and a mix of, like, I was using it to charge my phone overnight, and maybe it, like, having the fans running all night or being exposed to heat, I don't know, wasn't so great for it. So it would occasionally just, like, give me some random failure codes, but, I don't know. Dell replaced the motherboard immediately. And, I've not had problems since. And even then, it wasn't that big of a problem. I figured out how to fix it. Oh yeah, B, don't kill the citizens. We're trying to save them.
I'm not even close to any seasons.
Okay, I was just making sure you knew. Oh, I got a big guy. Oh, hey, a charger. Cool. The other reason I've been playing Helldivers today is that the new exosuit, which is like a big mech that you can walk around in, just dropped. And it's amazing. It's called the Emancipator. It's got 2 I guess technically 4. B, stop dying. What are you doing that you're dying?
I really brought a very bad gun with
Which gun?
me. Like a rocket launcher or something?
There's not a rocket launcher gun.
Some kind of like little grenade launcher? I don't know. It sucks though.
I can't see what regular
This
gun
thing,
is.
look at what I'm using.
Oh,
That-
yeah, I don't know why you're
It's
using that.
garbage. I don't know either. I guess I just had that as my loadout before. Maybe I got it newly and hadn't used it.
Why don't
yet.
you have the sickle here?
I do. I
Oh, you should
don't
be
know
only
why I
using
have
the
this.
sickle. I mean, I had been using the eruptor
Keep
for a
asking
while.
me when I keep saying I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
well.
how it happened. I'm in the throes of regret. I'm in anguish and sadness over how this happened.
Anyway,
And
I
wish
had
understood.
I had been using a gun called the Eruptor for a while because it was amazing. It was like so good. You could kill like 6 bugs in one shot. And that seems unfair, but it's a bolt action gun with I think 6 shots per mag, and they just nerfed the fuck out of it. So it's not good at all anymore. It's not even usable, I would say, because like some basic enemies you have to shoot more than one shot, which is ridiculous. Dog.
Look, I haven't played this in like a couple months, so I'm a little rusty.
Here's what I want you to do. Focus on running around and pressing buttons so that civilians can get it out. 'Cause that's what our mission is. You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
buttons?
I'll find some buttons.
I'll try and fight all the bugs.
Okay.
Because you're over by all the bugs.
Operation Go Find the Button.
A button next to a door. And then press the button to open the door.
Alright. Are those on the map?
No, just look for a green door and a button next to it. You're running in the wrong direction. You're running towards the bugs, actually.
Right now I'm running towards the button?
You were just now, until you turned
So I
around.
want to move this way.
Yeah. And you just look, that's
I
the
see a
door they're
green door.
running
I
into.
see a green
Yeah,
door.
yeah, there you go. You're doing it. Good job.
Luckily, I'm very good at the evasion part of this game, which is a huge part of this
It's
game.
the only part of it. It's, you say, I'm so good at the evasion part of it. It's like, you've died 3 times. No, you're
I
not.
wasn't evading, I was trying to fight bugs.
Well, you shouldn't be fighting if you're gonna die.
I didn't even realize how bad my gun was until I started trying to use it. I know the guns are always kind of bad, but this gun is unfucking believably bad.
I don't think the guns are always kind of bad.
Well, that's what every reviewer always says. All the guns are bad, except for the ones you summon.
I mean, no, the guns are for killing smaller enemies, and the things you summon are for killing bigger enemies. That's the reviewer not understanding the game.
What, you're telling me games journalists aren't good at their jobs? They should have a whole movement about that or something.
Yeah, that.
Maybe a second one too.
I'm sure nothing could go wrong with that. There's no way it could get co-opted by a bunch of assholes.
There's no way some guy named
Pete,
Ethan would
really?
involve
You just
someone.
shoot me in the face?
Sorry, oh my god, I just killed you on accident.
Why are you shooting
How
at
did that
bugs?
happen
Why are you
twice?
shooting at bugs? What did we
They
just
got
talk
in
about?
between me and what I was doing.
No, but you're not evading. You're just shooting at bugs, which you need to be evading and maybe
Okay, I will
bringing me
stay
back to
secure.
life.
I'm about to do that. I just had to get away from you. Guys, like, you're alive.
Maybe don't throw me out of bounds where they don't recognize things.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
Are you back?
I'm back, but not because you brought me back. Get good, honey. Just get good. Learn to code.
If I knew that the gun was so bad, I never in a billion years would have ever used it.
Just do better. Improvise. Didn't you bring 2 support weapons?
I've brought out my other gun, which is perfectly fine. My secondary pistol, which is awesome.
It's the Redeemer, right? I
Probably.
bet it's the
My
Redeemer.
laser cannon's on cooldown. I'll bring out the mortar sentry. Why not?
Yeah, you should have had that out already.
I think I got killed when I was trying to. Emancipator exosuit.
You can get in. Oh yeah, summon that. That's the new exosuit. Everyone can summon it right now. It's pretty good. Oh fuck, there's a bunch of chargers.
I could have been in a
Oh.
fucking mech this whole time.
Yeah, and I was gonna get back in mine, but then all the bugs killed it. Oh my fucking god. Fuck this guy. Shoot.
Oh fuck,
Shoot
it's
that
mech
thing.
warrior time, bitch, motherfuckers. Y'all don't know
See,
how much mech
B, there's a
assault
big
I've
guy
made.
over here. There's a big guy where I'm
Where?
pinging him. You should see a ping.
Yes, I see the thing.
Shoot at him. Shoot him in the face.
Oh, I couldn't see him. My graphics are so shitty on my pen. God, you big son of a bitch.
He should be dead now. Try to focus on the bigger guys, not the smaller guys. Oh, and
Where's
not
the big
shoot it right in front of me, please. God damn it. You got a bunch of big guys right behind you. Oh, we just need 4 more people.
They're running. They're heading to the pillar.
Is it 4 of them?
At least 3 of them. I see another guy.
Okay, we did it.
This mech is fucking awesome. And it just blew up.
No, I blew you up. A big difference, actually. And then I got killed.
Oh. Dude, Angry Bear said, what the fuck, I was just playing Helldivers 2 a few minutes ago. YouTube is watching. Lol, we can't ignore small bugs.
Well, when you're in a robot, you know? I'm not saying ignore them. That would be anti-democracy. I'm just saying prioritize what you're shooting at.
There you go, prioritize. That's a democratic word.
Also, if you were playing Helldivers, do you want to play it now with us on stream? Oh, also, earlier someone had said, like, play more group games, because it's a good way to interact with streams. What games are you talking about? Because I like, Apex Legends? I've seen Zilbrad, like, use his Discord server for weird Apex Legends custom bullshit. Alright, you know what? Fuck
I don't
you.
think the average young person could actually comprehend how little video games I play. I think like video games are such a fact of life to young people that like almost everybody younger than me games more than I do.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know anything about video games. You should treat me like I'm 70 when you talk about video games. I just got killed by B slash.
Yeah, because you were standing in front of his turret.
Let's see.
It's like you don't know how this game works.
I
or
was
something.
looking at the camera.
Jesus fucking Christ. You might be the worst Helldiver.
But the best YouTube streamer.
Damn it, I should be fucking locally recording this. So that when you do clips for the stream, if you do clips
I'd
of the
have
stream,
the
the game footage, yeah. Well, next time. We know that for next time. Oh.
I don't know if there's anything I would clip from this so far.
Well, I don't know. I just mean generally, you know? It could be a way to make video gaming
Did we
videos.
have like a really good rant? I feel like it was something.
You had a
like
couple
that.
of fun rants.
I know we said some cool shit, at least a couple of times. There was one I have scheduled a bunch of clips, and like most of them came from one stream where it was just like, damn, I was really on one.
Fall Guys, okay. They're recommending Fall
I've
Guys.
heard of that a lot, and I've never played it.
The only thing I know
Still
about it
relevant, huh?
is that, or rather, the only context that I have seen Fall Guys is that a girl that I went to high school had a daughter who's like 2 now, and that kid really likes to play Fall Guys.
A 2-year-old?
I don't think Fall Guys is that demanding of a game. I think the goal is to not fall.
I guess I gotta look into it. I don't know shit about it. I've literally only ever seen the name. Is that the one where you're like a
hang
flail
on,
little
pause.
arm guy?
Angry Bear. Helldivers 2 is very cross-platform. It doesn't matter that you're on PS5. You should get on the shuttle if you
I am.
I wasn't sure. I just knew we weren't taking off yet.
I did it. I'm the winner. I won. Somehow, as badly as I played to both those missions, we still won. Maybe it's the 40 level difference between me and Bird, but it's not gonna happen. You're level 41 and I'm level 15, so
Yeah, no, I'm just carrying.
Bird is just carrying these missions completely.
We're also playing lower level missions so that you can get stuff and not just be killed over and over and over again. I was playing with Grand Admiral C earlier. We were on
Outstanding.
suicide
patriotism.
mission. Yeah, that's nice. 4 stars. I know I should probably go to bed.
It says Heath, Heeth, but I read it as meh.
Meath.
Is it an M?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
No,
me.
I'm saying if
It would be me.
Meath,
Oh.
if it was meh. It is Heath. You are correct. Okay, we can play one more game, but then after that I gotta go to bed.
Alright. If you go to bed, I guess I'll keep streaming. Right? Should I do that?
Up to you, sweetheart.
I'm not particularly tired. And I haven't really done a late night stream yet.
I don't know. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, but I need to make money.
because that'll make our lives better together.
True.
I can sacrifice a little bit of cuddling now for a little bit of cuddling somewhere cooler later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless we die.
Yeah, maybe
That's
you
my-
should.
my-
Maybe
my-
you should cuddle with me.
My
then.
great perennial fear, you know. Will I feel under cuddled if I die in the night tonight?
Invite by Hatred Kuma. Bird, do you do any programming? I feel like I was told I'm not allowed to answer questions about money. But I'm gonna say no, because you've already given us money. I do not know how to code. Oh shit, what is it?
8180 dash.
Oh, well, I guess it's, okay, 8180. Oh, fuck me. How do I add someone by a friend requests? Search, okay. 8180 dash
2369.
2369. Nice. Alright. Oh, wait, what? Why didn't it add him? 8180 dash 2369? Okay, I sent him a friend request. See, look at that. We're playing a video game with
Hope
our
you don't mind if we
fans.
read your friend code 6 times on stream now.
Oh, you'll be alright. He put it in the live chat.
Mark says, what can I play? I mean,
Yeah, what's your
where
friend
fucking
code?
friend go today? Yeah.
Will you accept it?
Going to hell again. Again. I'm gonna play that song and we'll wait for it.
Accept it. I think you can invite me now. Okay, hang on. I should be able to. It says you're offline. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that'll. Oh no, there we go. There we go. Invited. Alright. Mm-hmm. This is fun. Hatred Kuma has joined the mission. Let's go. Oh damn, he's higher level than I am. Hey, what are you doing over there? Can you not?
I'm burning the bright paradise of dreams.
Okay.
Or I have to weird song.
No, cut it out. I don't want to listen to that, whatever it is.
I don't know, somebody said something that made me think of that song, and so I started playing it. Oh, no, it's because the chorus is going to hell again, that's why. Going to hell again. Going to hell again.
The bridge is yours, Helldivers. Take us to the
Did he give us his friend code or
Um,
Adamar? I'm gonna give you
We've
like.
got Angry Bear, or Hatred Kuma, as he's
Yeah.
known in game, which I don't know if you know that Kuma is Japanese for
Yeah,
bear.
Kuma Bear.
That's right, we've watched Kuma.
Adamar, you got like 2 minutes before we're just gonna start the mission because I have to go to sleep.
Burning the bright paradise.
E,
of
why aren't you
dreams.
e-begging? And why are you singing instead of e-begging? Like,
Give
we're
me
waiting.
money, give me 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 money. I'll talk about anything, I'll do anything, I'll do anything. I'm a whore, I'm an e-prostitute. Give me the money.
There you go.
Show me the money.
Ellen said a gaming stream where you can't see any gameplay?
Money,
This
money,
is
money,
new.
money, 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 motherfucker. You can kind of see the gameplay. Look, watch this. Look at all that. See all that gameplay?
You can't really see it. I'm kind of in the way.
No, look. You can see it. That's my whole screen right there.
What are you talking? Okay.
I seem to not be
Anyway,
alive.
Amy responded and said, yeah, it's like we're hanging out, but we're the poor friend that doesn't have a computer that can run the game.
Huh.
Alright, pick a mission. taking too long.
I thought I was the poor friend of the computer that couldn't run the game because it's crashed 5 fucking times.
I don't think that should be a problem anymore.
Let's go to the automaton.
Oh god. Beatrice really said, let's have a worse time.
The bugs are pissing me off. I want to fight some robots.
Robots are gonna be much worse.
That'll make me want the bugs. Maybe since I've been hallucinating the gameplay all this time. You can clearly see it on my screen right there. You have to use your imagination. It's like reading a manga. Do you have to use your imagination with the manga? I don't use any imagination when I read manga.
Well, you know, like movement.
Are there people who like imagine color into every page? Like they're always thinking about Ichigo's hair being pink every time? Like,
That's interesting, I don't know. Are there people who imagine?
just imagine.
So this is a search and destroy mission, so we're just running around destroying everything, all the,
Kill it all.
well, specifically like automaton fabricators. Sentry's probably not going to help you on this one.
What about the other shirt?
Could.
What about more of this?
More what?
Bombs.
Oh, sure, yeah, bombs will help.
I spent almost 5 hours playing a phone game before this. I'm so glad this is the break I'm taking. What phone game? What is so addicting? The most I've
Genshin
ever,
Impact.
I think the most I've ever played of a phone game was like a old line runner game, like one of those where it's like jump over the just press your phone to jump, you know, type thing. Oh no, it was Don't Touch the White Tiles or Piano Tiles. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I've played piano tiles.
I played the fuck out of Piano Tiles. Every time I would be at like a doctor's office or anything, like anytime I was anywhere I had to sit, I just sit there and fucking play Piano Tiles. I got so addicted to that game for like a solid year. I'm a big Minesweeper fan too. There's not a lot of good mobile Minesweeper. You know, I'm not good at precision with my thumbs, so it's easy to fuck up. I played Genshin Impact for many hours, shamefully, but not on phone.
Oh yeah, I forget, it's like a PS4 game.
Yeah, I've only ever seen it actually played on a PS4. Well, this planet looks cool. I don't know if I remember having been here, or if I have been.
You haven't played enough of this game to remember planets.
Mech.
You can also summon a mech right now.
I'm gonna wait for it. Shit, he came right behind me. Almost on top of me. Fuck. Okay, well now I do want a mech, because we're fighting mechs, and also 4 heavy devastators landed right fucking on top of me.
Yeah. It's cute when I tell you to do things and you're like, I don't think I need to listen to you right now. I know so much more about this game.
Well, you didn't say it is a necessity that you get in your mech right now. You were like, you know, mechs are fun. You should do it. Everything's cool.
I didn't say
Have a
everything
nice
was
time.
cool. I said you should get in your mech. No, actually, I think I said, you know, you can summon your mech too, a mech too.
Yeah,
And you
see,
said,
that's more implied. That's like you could have fun. Like I'm having fun. And I'm like, I'll have fun.
nope. It was more of a, hey, you should probably summon the thing before we get besieged by robots.
I should have remembered that you would never tell me to have fun. You'd be like, no, you got work.
It's for democracy, honey.
What the fuck? I'm stuck on the. Okay, that was crazy. I was like stuck on the next foot for a second. Alright, where's stuff to kill?
Look on the map for big red things, and then go towards them.
I forgot how to open that.
Tab.
Where's shooting?
They're up on the hill, near me.
Oh, big rock.
Alright.
Can you jump in a mech?
No, well, no. Anyway, it doesn't make quite as much sense to just follow me around and destroy the same things I'm destroying. Open up your map and go towards the big red things. And then destroy the... Do you remember how to destroy bug holes and automaton fabricators? Do you know what those things are?
I see some blinking red lights. Can I head towards those?
I don't know. Should you?
Am I out of ammo?
You might be. No, you're not.
What the fuck am I stuck on? I can't fucking jump.
You can't jump in a mech. I even told you that, but then you kept trying to, I guess.
I wasn't trying. I was just confused why I couldn't go up because I was like, well, I can't jump. How else do I go up? Also, none of my guns are working.
Did you lose both your arms?
I don't even remember getting shot, but maybe.
Well, I just died.
No, I got back in the mech and then I can shoot again, so I don't know what was going on.
That's good. Alright. Motherfucker, I don't have anything I can take you down. What the fuck is shooting at me right now? Okay.
I can barely fucking see shit in this map.
Yeah, you're using that monitor, which is really dark.
It was fun, it was darker than the balls. And my guns don't work again. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, honey. I'm just running away. Oh, there you go.
What in the fuck?
Land on big guys. That's my best advice for you. Alright, get out of here.
I forgot to change my shitty gun between missions. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Something you would do.
Oh my god, this is fucking chaos.
Let's fight the robots. It's gonna make me want to fight the bugs.
It's having that effect because I haven't even fucking seen what we're fighting most of the time.
Hulks. We're fighting Hulks. One of the big bad guys of the pretty much the biggest bad guy that you can fight for the automatons. B, stop it. Run towards us. You don't have the guns or the tactical know-how to fight anything right now. Neither do I. Our boy's the only one who kept his mech.
I don't have the visibility to find anything right now. It doesn't help that like the light is reflecting on the monitor, so like it's sucking out the darks as well. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty hard.
it's a pretty bad monitor. That's why I said, hey, why are you using that instead of your computer screen? Hey, we did it. You bring me back to life. Jinga Jinga Komodo. Bird.
I keep pressing the control button and the list of commands is not coming up at all.
I'm gonna give you money when I'm not poor. I love Mint more, but I still give you money. Mint is my baby. I love her. heard.
This is the first time. Oh, it's Shingai Jinga Komodo. Yeah, that's right. He is a huge Mint supporter. I remember. Shout out.
Also, Adimar did give us his friend code, so if you're going to keep playing Helldivers, you should add him to continue
I am
being
not
carried.
going to keep playing Helldivers because my
Could
computer
you-
cannot handle
It literally is handling it right now.
Just now, I was pressing control and no menu was coming up. I don't know
Control
what was
doesn't bring up a menu.
What does?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, it does. Control is the stratagem menu.
Yeah, I keep pressing control and nothing's happening. I think my computer is having trouble.
Well, you're also dead right now. Could be it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's still happening. I'm like glitched or something. What the fuck?
Well, so there's the other thing too, that Helldivers is a pretty glitchy game.
It's true.
And so it might not just be your computer.
This is a unique one. I've never had this problem where it's just not displaying the list of strategies. Like I could press the buttons as though I were using them.
Well, you should have memorized your stratagem combos, and you could be using stuff.
Yes, so.
Anyway. What I was gonna say is, if you wanted to add Adamar, you could play with Kuma and Adamar, and that would be two people who probably know how to play the game better than you.
That is true. But they cannot communicate with me verbally, and therefore.
They can. There are push-to-talk buttons.
Oh, that's true.
Voice chat is a thing in most video games, including this one. You are not very good at this.
Yeah.
Democracy has landed.
Shit.
It's funny how I've gotten way more done every time I just switch to my stupid pistol and start shooting shit.
Well, that's because you're using a really bad gun. You're also running through water right now for some reason.
I managed to remember the reinforcement code.
Cool.
I didn't realize it was water because I was in it.
God damn it. B, run towards the lasers this time. We're going towards the big blue light. We're trying to get out of here. Go call in extraction if you can. Give me supplies. Okay, or don't. That's cool. Oh, I don't need supplies. I don't know why I put them. Oh.
Do you want to like James Stephanie Sterling that is
What does that even mean? Be more or less overtly transphobic so we can know to ban you.
no, it's Jingai Jingo Kubono. That's the full name.
Oh, I thought you had said, do you like, or you're just like them.
No, do you like James Stephanie Sterling, which is I can't remember the name of the fucking show, god damn it.
Jimquisition.
The Jimquisition, yes, thank you. Jesus Christ. I haven't seen any of their videos in a long time. I used to watch them when they were with the Escapists because I used to watch most of the Escapist videos. But I haven't seen them since leaving the Escapists.
Let's fight the robots. What a good idea. Fuck me, man.
Jimquisition was never my favorite Escapist show. I always thought it was like usually making a point that could be made in like a couple sentences and taking 6 minutes to make that point.
Why'd you
Yeah,
have us fight the
very
robots? This
repetitively.
sucks.
Yeah.
This is not fun. And you're not very good at it.
I didn't expect the visibility to be such a huge issue.
It's,
I also can't believe I forgot to change my gun after how upset I was. Here's something.
I believe Hatred Kuma can do this. Would you rather be stuck in the woods with a man you don't know or a bear? A bear. I don't know the bear either, for Christ's sake. Like, what the...
Look who shows
Do,
Australian
do I
pride.
smell like food? The guy.
I'm gonna say, well, so my thought is like,
Also, stuck in the woods. How close are we to these things? Like,
right. So like, yeah. Every time somebody brings up this question, like, I'm very familiar with the woods, right? I wouldn't let a bear get close to me. If I
wait,
s-
Jim Position's a local wrestler? That's face.
If I'm in the woods and I realize there's a bear, I'm gonna realize it hundreds of feet before it's close to me, and I'm gonna stay away from the bear.
That's not necessarily true.
I just, if I know, I mean, if you suddenly realize there's a bear there, you get away from it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if there's a human there, I don't assume that I need to get away from them unless they start coming towards me. And then, in the same sense, I will get away from them.
But there's also the
Unless
fucking...
they seem friendly,
There's
I
also the
guess?
huge possibility that, like, humans have infinitely more possibility to be friendly towards other
yeah.
humans than bears do.
I mean, if you're asking which would I feel less nervous about running into a human by 1,000 times, there's no context where I run into a bear in the woods.
And I'm like, oh, this
and
is
I'm-
fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
cool, alright.
oh, it's just a
At
bear.
least it wasn't a guy I didn't know.
Exactly. You would never, ever be relieved that you ran into a bear in the woods. You might be relieved to run into a guy in the woods. You might be fucking lost.
Yeah?
You see a guy and you're like, oh, holy fucking shit.
But what if that guy is just a bear in a guy costume?
The number of guys I've ever met that I'm afraid of is like tiny. Like the
And
tiniest,
most of them
tiniest
don't go in the
fraction.
woods.
Not even a half of a percent. Not even a quarter of a percent of men am I afraid of. I'm afraid of all bears. 100% of
What if the
bears.
guy is a bear in the other sense? That's fine.
There are 0 bears that I'm not afraid of. There are very few men that I am afraid of. So I would say a man is almost certainly going to be better to run into.
Alright, I gotta go to bed.
Alright. I'm logging out. Thanks, Hatred Kuma, for playing along with us.
Feel free to join again.
Yeah, feel free to join again and get your friend code now.
You just carry all my stuff up down here.
How do I even quit this game?
Escape, quit game, down at the
Oh,
bottom.
there it is.
What if it's a cute panda baby? Pandas aren't technically bears, are they? I feel like I
Is
might
that a
have-
thing?
I don't know, I could be
I'm
wrong.
gonna look into that. You might be right. I think they're marsupial or some shit.
Or red pandas, that's probably what I'm thinking of. If it was a panda, I'd probably still avoid it, because pandas are dumb. And what if it is dumb around me? Would I prefer to meet a panda bear or a man? Probably a panda.
The giant panda is a true bear.
Then probably not. Aren't? Am I wrong? Pandas are all dumb, right?
Apparently, red pandas are in their own family. So they're not even related to anything. The panda bear genome.
Are you gonna keep the stream going, or are you gonna start a new one?
I don't know. How many people are watching it then?
20, I think.
I'll probably just keep it going then. This seems healthy-ish. You said you want me to bring your computer up and stuff?
Well, I was gonna do it. I was
Oh.
just hoping you would come up and hang out for a little bit.
Okay. Should I end the stream now? Okay, I'll end the stream and I'll come back. I'll be back after I put Bird to bed.
Very good.